Hey everybody, this week we are tackling this powder bath. This is the current state of the powder bath and it's beautiful. It could stay in this state forevermore. But I feel like we can really level this bathroom up for my guests. This is the main bathroom where all the guests use, and I feel like it just needs some beauty. We have a very small space to work in. When we built this house, we knew that we wanted a powder bathroom for our guests to use. And so we just squeezed this area in under the stairs. So that's the staircase above. And we have a utility closet here that one of these days we're going to tackle because it is crazy. And when we built our house, I knew that I wanted a pretty tile. And, you know, I don't absolutely love this. I feel like someday I might paint it. It is actually a 4x4 tile, and it's just 4 of them put together to make that larger design. And I still like it. I'm okay with it. So we will keep that for now. I'm just adding in some black accents to kind of make all of those things tie together. And I have this vanity that I just loved with these X's. We got this at Lowe's. You know, it's going on 4 years now. And we could have done a smaller vanity here because it's a tight squeeze. I mean, there's the toilet, there's the vanity. But for now, I think it just works. We could have done a vanity that maybe only came out to about here, you know, half the size of this, but those are just not the best quality. And I wanted plenty of storage in here too. So the only thing that I've done to this bathroom is just add decor. We have a couple of shelves here. I always trade the decor out for seasons. And it has a unique little roof line here, ceiling line. So there's that. We are just going to take this bathroom to the next level. I'm so excited. Let me just kind of share the plans with you guys. We are going to be adding some beadboard around the whole perimeter. Even over here on this little wall, this toilet paper wall. We are going to be painting it evergreen fog. And let me show you guys some of the things that I've been gathering for it. Okay, so here is what we are working with for the powder bath. These are things that I've been gathering for a little while. I knew that this project was coming, so I like to just plan ahead and start adding in my decor pieces that I want to add and just buy them over time. So that is just a really great tip for you guys. When you have a project coming, it's really hard to buy everything at once. So I just kind of make my list of things that I want and I just start purchasing them when I can. So I have this beautiful landscape from Hobby Lobby and I like that it's longer. I thought it would just really make a statement above that beadboard wall and all of the beautiful greens that are in it. It's just gonna look so good, you guys. And this beautiful cow picture, I'm kind of on a cow kick right now. My husband was like, what's with all the cows? I'm like, why not? It's almost spring and the cows are just a beautiful touch. I got this plant from Target and I think it will look so good. Guys, $6.99. She has kind of gone up, I think, a little bit on her prices. That's Hearth and Hand, but it's such a pretty little plant. I have this one as well. This is a chrysanthemum, and this was $9.99. I've had this one for a couple months. I've just been holding on to it because I knew I was going with this green, and it smells great. And I feel like a candle is just a necessity in your powder bath. I've had these as well for a couple months. Let me get over here in the sun so y'all can see. It is just the most beautiful green gingham. These were Laura Ashley from Home Goods, $12.99 for 2. The thing I think that I'm most excited about are these shelves. So I'm going to be taking down those black and white, super farmhousey shelves. And I've just been watching and waiting for these because they've gone out of stock a couple times. They actually have a 3-tiered one. I'll link that if I can. I'll link these if I can. But these have been going out of stock, then coming back in. And they just came back in stock. They're $34.99 each. But you guys, these were $22. You couldn't even buy the wood to make these shelves, let alone have this beautiful antique brass detail. So get on Target.com if you like those and see if they're still available. I will link them as well. I have this pretty little candle holder and green candle from Hobby Lobby. This is all Hobby Lobby right here. This pretty black frame, and you can probably change that out, I would imagine. But that was $7.99 and it was 50%. Well, I think they do 40% off, you guys, now. What is the deal? But I think it was 40% off. This little basket, I'm trying to bring in some black accents. So we tie that floor in just to make it all make sense. I have this little cute basket that I'm just trying to bring in those wood tones and just keep everything really cohesive. And that, I'm not sure what all will go in that, but we'll see. This little bird I thought was adorable. He was $5.99 and 40% off when I got it. And same with this black flower. I just thought that was really pretty. $3.79, 40% off of that. So that will be some shelf decor. And Amazon, y'all. So I didn't realize that Amazon had such beautiful artwork. This was $6.99. It already comes with the wood frame, and let me get over here, better lighting, there we go. It's just gorgeous. It has these sheep. Now, if you get super close, it's kind of pixely. It kind of almost looks like fabric, but I think I might go over this with some Mod Podge and just make it a little more realistic, but it's just gorgeous. They're just herding some sheep and cattle, it looks like, and just a beautiful little picture. I love that. But for $6.99, that was just a great deal. I feel that no space is complete without a little wreath. And I think this was $5.99 on Amazon. I'll link everything that I can. And this bundle of tulips, these are just gorgeous and so realistic. I mean, that feels like a real leaf, y'all. Just very pretty detail. In this whole bundle, I think there's 20. I can't remember. That looks like 20. I think that was $9.99. So a great price on those tulips. And I felt I needed some new hardware. And I can also use this in other areas because it came in a 6-pack. But I think this is just gorgeous. Let me take this out. That is just a beautiful piece. I would love to have these on my cabinets. I think they would look so good. It's the right size. What do y'all think about that? Kitchen cabinets. I do have a project coming up with my kitchen cabinets. I'm just gonna paint these. The white is just not giving anymore. It shows all of my caulk lines. It shows all the fingerprints. Now, I love a white kitchen. It's just very crisp and clean, but these are hard to hard to keep clean, but I think that these antique brass would look really pretty on there. I think I'm gonna go with like accessible beige. It's a little bit darker than this Revere pewter, but anyways, that's for another day. Okay, so these cabinet pulls are gonna go on the vanity, and then I just got some storage containers for underneath the cabinet, but I wanted some organization for underneath. And for the beadboard walls, of course, I have some caulking, my measuring tape, and our paint. If y'all do a lot of painting, this is my favorite trim brush of all time. It has a little rubber handle, and it is just, it's my favorite. It's an angled brush, it's small, fits in your hand nicely, and it's my favorite of all time. It's what I always use for my paint projects. And here we have the Sherwin-Williams Ovation Plus, and this was, I think this was $42. Paint is outrageous right now, but it is still the cheapest way to transform a room. So if you've got an extra $45 laying around and you want to paint something, go for it. And we are going with the kind of famous evergreen fog. Let me go over here in the light. This evergreen fog is a very popular color. It was the color of the year, I think in 2023, maybe. But I love every color on this swatch. Laundry room cabinets are dried time, so I love it. I love this evergreen fog. The paint lady said, you are going to absolutely love it. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let's go undecorate this powder bath. I'm just gonna take everything out and down because we're gonna be doing all of our beadboard in here and some trim. So I just want a blank space. I want all the outlet covers off, the mirror, all of the things on the wall. So we're gonna get going here.
I heard you say you found the story all tucked away in the back of the room, been lost for years, far away from the glory, in the midst of our day-to-day routine, in the corner of our minds. We're not in blue, we're not in mourning to erase the truth. It takes more than will. Among the things I like to do, craving is one for two, and the light of the day that passes on will somehow be gone.
How in the heck am I gonna get this off? If I can get this off, then we can slide our beadboard right down behind it, and we're just gonna cut out a hole where all of the plumbing is in the back of the vanity. But how am I gonna get this off, y'all? Don't want to damage it, and I just am. I think I'm gonna have to go to school on this, and you know what that means. How to remove a vanity splash. Here's what I learned from YouTube, and it said that a heat gun is your bestie when you're trying to remove a backsplash. So we are going to give this a whirl. So just kind of let it sit for a little while. exactly how these people set it up. You just let it sit. And what it's going to do is just going to heat up that liquid nail that's in there. And then it's just going to come off super easy. That is the goal. I hate to even say this, but I'm probably going to have to wait on Kenny for that because I can't do it, guys. I'm so disappointed. But I'm trying not to break the splash. But at this point, like, I feel like I would just go ahead and break it. So I'm going to wait and see if the pro can fix it without breaking it.
And he did. He was able to get that off in about 5 seconds. I was so mad, but he is a professional at tile and backsplashes, things like that. So he was able to get that off really easily without any damage. Always loved sage green, and this is just absolutely stunning. This color is called Evergreen Fog, and it's by Sherwin-Williams. And you guys, I just can't even describe how pretty it is in person. I think it doesn't even come through on camera as pretty as it is. If you have an area in your home that you would like to try a new paint color and you love green, I would totally go for this. The paint lady said that I was going to love it, and I do. We decided to paint this panel before it went on the wall because this one is going behind the vanity, and it was just going to be too hard to get next to the vanity. It's such a tight squeeze, and so that was a great decision. Fast forward just a little bit and we have added on a couple more panels, and you see those painted panels. I just wanted to paint the ones that were next to the vanity because it is just so tight in there, and it was a great decision to do that. Here I am just adding in our pegs onto our 1x6, and I just love how this turned out. I was just making sure that we had plenty of headspace. No one was going to hit their head when they were getting up, and we're all clear.
Okay, so here's what has been accomplished. We got all of our 1x6 and our 1x1 trim on. All the beadboard is on. I do have to shoot a couple of nails on the sides here, but everything is up. And now it's just caulking and painting and sanding. Caulking, sanding, painting, in that order. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish all the caulking in here. And this is gonna be a big job, especially with this. It doesn't wanna stop, it's just still going. So, gonna get all this done and then we'll get back together.
And y'all, I think that is the point where I almost lost my mind. This was such a tight squeeze, like I've said several times, and I don't like tight spaces. I don't like to be confined. So this was super difficult. It's a tight squeeze just to get in here and mop, and this caulking really almost made me lose my mind. But we got it done, and here I am just getting everything cleaned up. I wanted to make sure that I had a clean slate for when I get ready to paint tomorrow, and I thought I was gonna get all of this done for you guys and have a complete video all in one video, but it was going to be super duper long, like probably an hour. And I want to show you guys all the great painting and decorating in my next video. I thought that that would be a great idea, just to kind of make this a two-parter. I didn't plan on that, and that kind of frustrates me when I'm watching a YouTube video. I want to see the final product, but here is what we have ended up with. We have all of our caulking done, all of the beadboard on. It is going to look so fantastic when it's all done, but here's my dilemma, you guys. Should I leave just this bottom portion evergreen fog, or should I go all the way up and color drench this entire room? That is kind of my dilemma right now. I am looking in Pinterest and looking on YouTube at color drenching, and I do love how it looks. It's going to make this room feel a little bit smaller probably, but I really am leaning toward that. I did get a gallon of the evergreen fog, so I know that it'll go all the way and finish this room. So what do y'all think? Do you think I should color drench, or just leave this bottom portion evergreen fog and then leave the rest the alabaster? I really want to know your thoughts, and it will help guide me on what to do. But my decorations are going to be so cute, and I'm just so excited about how this is all going to turn out. So you guys have to watch my part 2.
Alrighty, everybody, that's going to do it for part 1 of this powder bath makeover. You're going to have to come back tomorrow for all the pretty things. We got all the ugly stuff done today. You guys let me know, what do you think? Should we color drench the whole powder bath and go all the way up and do the inside of the door, or just leave this half evergreen fog and the rest alabaster like it is? You guys let me know what you think. Come back on Friday for part 2 of this powder bath makeover. God bless you guys.